We back with some more Batomon Showdown, you guys. I covered this a little while back on the channel, and since then there have been so many updates and a lot of other people covering it. I thought I would revisit it. That way, if you don't know it exists, well, now you will. It's a competitive PvP auto battler that is asynchronous, kind of like Super Auto Pets meets Pokemon, and it's a lot of fun. Ranked mode was recently enabled, and I am Silver 2, and there are a bunch of other trainers too, and one of my favorites happens to be the musician, so let's try that. You get one electric creature, or if you only have one electric creature, the shock value goes up here. So I'm gonna go through this slowly because there's a lot to process if you've never seen a Batomon Showdown video yet. You have a shop phase, and every day you go to battle with whatever your lineup is for your team, okay? You also have a bench, so for instance, if we wanted this Joltail, which has a shock of 4 and a damage value of 1, when we click it or drag it into the team, you can see that the shock went up, and that's because of our special ability. If we added Bumblebolt right here, it would not do the same thing because you have to have only one, exactly one, okay? So we're just gonna add another couple of creatures if we can. We only have 15 bucks, so I'll tell you what, I am going to add Spinori here, and the reason that I'm gonna add Spinori is that Venupuff does not have a damage value, and the way shock works is shock, you get additional damage when taking direct damage. So essentially, if when Joltail goes off at 4.5 seconds, every 4.5 seconds gonna add 10 shock, which doesn't deplete, by the way. He's gonna do 1 damage, but when the shock is 10, he's actually gonna do 11 damage. And then the next time when he goes out, the shock is gonna be 20, so he's gonna be 21 damage, if that makes sense, okay? So it just basically adds to the damage value. So Spinori is going to do 3 here, and Venupuff, even though the poison value is better, we're not really after poison now, we're just after damage, and we couldn't take that. We're also gonna take the Great Chip. It's a 0 cost item, and if you win the next battle, you gain 5 bucks, okay? We could have also taken Guardian if we knew it was gonna pop up after that, but it's fine. We go and search for an opponent, and then an opponent is found, and it goes through the battle. So I'm gonna slow this down just so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on here. So they got a Driblet that does a heal every 3.5 seconds. You have the Venupuff that does the poison every 3.5 seconds. And you have the Pebbler that does the 50 shield every 5 seconds, but every time he casts, it adds plus 15 shield. So at first it was 50, then it was 65, now it's 80, and they kind of scale that way. So unfortunately, the poison is working on me a little bit faster than my shock is working on it because, well, they had more pets than me, first of all. But that's the way that the battles go, okay? So let's see. We can add Cake, which is going to give some damage to us. I don't know if I want it on the Spinnerite, to tell you the truth. If we're gonna do an electric build, it doesn't synergize very well with poison, so I'm actually gonna scrap that, and I'm gonna take the Velocect, which is a bug, a flying bug that does 15 damage but has a multicast of 2. So every 3.5 seconds, we're gonna get 2 attacks instead of 1, meaning that if they have 10 shock, they're actually gonna take 25 2 times. So pretty good. We're gonna take a Joltail here, and you see how the shock went down? We don't want that. We want to actually make sure that it is not combined, but we want that Joltail to be able to do the combinations, because if you get multiple of the same creatures, they combine and they go up in levels. And if you take a look at Joltail, for instance, Joltail at level 1 is going to do what we have him doing right now, and then at level 2 you can see that he's gonna have a shock of 8 at 4.5 seconds. Level 3 is gonna have a shock of 12, and remember, all of this is actually at 150% value, so be that as it may, let's go. All right, basic bait is gonna lower the shop rank, that way we keep getting commons for a little while, which is fine. If you take a look at the shop right now, Every time a shop opens up, these numbers are going to shift, and over time legendaries will be more plentiful and commons will be less plentiful. That's the way it works. We got common, uncommon, rare, epic, or super rare, I think they call it, and then legendary. All right, without further ado, let's go into our second battle. Probably gonna lose this one too, but we'll see what we're up against. It depends. This trainer is all about water and a little bit later on, and they do have a better lineup than me anyway, but we'll see how it comes out. So the thing about Stingard is that it knocks itself out when it does a cast. So it does a lot of damage. It's 150, but after that is no bueno. And this blue value right here means it's healing every time it does it, and it's multicasting. So again, not doing real good so far, but at the beginning, you only lose one heart at a time. So it's not that big of a deal. Now, we want multicast in order to do as much as we can with shock here. So I'm going to take this option, which is a Brawl Mantis with multicast. So essentially, we're going to be doing the same thing that the Velosect is doing, except a little bit better. And on victory, all common allies gain 10 damage permanently. Very, very good item for now, okay? I'm gonna go with a fake coin here to get a free reroll, and I'm gonna reroll. And now we have Joltail level 2. So we're gonna go ahead and level up, and when you level up any creature, you get a trinket, okay? You open up the trinket, and right now they're common rarity. We can either pick 100 HP as a bonus, on victory gain $8, or gain an additional copy of the next trinket you get. I like on victory $8. We haven't won very many, so well, we won exactly 0, so we're gonna get a lot of value from that. We're gonna pick up another Velosect because they're very, very good with the Joltails, and right now it's 20, so very good. And if we roll right here, what's gonna happen is we're gonna go below the value of 10, which is the cheapest we can get anything without an item anyway. So I think if we sell something that's normally worth 10 right now, we get 8. So I'm gonna pick the Pan Bud just in order to have another damaging unit, and we may not continue with the Pan Bud. He evolves at level 3 into something that does physical damage, but I'm mostly interested in things that do multicast, specifically for the shock build, okay? And one of those creatures is a super rare called a Hydra, and they are amazing. They do multicast, they gain multicast fast, they heal. They are fantastic. And the Velosect we're gonna try to get leveled up and stuff too. All right, so Boomagon is interesting. It gives the left ally 4% cooldown speed permanently. So every time it casts, in other words, every 6 seconds, it's gonna give that. And that would be pretty good for Joltail if that's who we decide to keep. I tell you what, let's get rid of Stingard. Let's grab Boomagon and let's swap out these two. Now we got Boomagon that's going to be lowering your cooldown over time, which is good. Okay, green ticket, we get to re-roll the shop with all uncommon monsters. None of these I really want. These guild shells are pretty good for value, and 2-second cooldowns are quite nice. Much better than Pan Bud, to tell you the truth. So I think I'm going to take Guild Shell, and I don't know if I want to keep them to lock them like this. I think I'm going to just go battle here. I'm not gonna keep it, okay? But yeah, it only does 1 damage every 2 seconds, but 2 seconds is a fast cooldown, and remember, it's gonna be based on their shock. So their shock is going to be, see, that only did 1 thing, but now they have 20 shock. So this guy's hitting for 21. Now that he's going to be hitting for 41. So yeah, well, 1 and 40 for the shock, okay? And it worked out pretty good because we have multicast on 3 units, and we're speeding up. Also, now that we had a few rounds with the Boomagon, you could see that the time for the refresh instead of 4.5 seconds is 4.2. So very good. We can do $5 to get a voucher here, but I don't think it's worth it unless we would get Frizzly, which we would end up selling anyway. Let's re-roll this. Okay, 2 Joltails, insane. Coupon is insane too. So we're gonna get Joltail, and Brawl Mantis here. And all in hopes to level up, okay? Now, in order to get Guild Shell to get more, we need victories. And he needs to be in, he can't be on the bench. Some things can be on the bench, but we actually might be able to incorporate Brawl Mantis here too if we get the Velosect. So the Velosect, we go from 35 times 2. Now he's gonna be 40 times 3. And monsters in your shop gain 5% cooldown is fine. See, this is a good example of the same thing. A B-rune, basically, when you can use an additional item per day, and there's some things that benefit from items, including the shiny version of Bear Rune, which you can get, by the way. We're just gonna put another Brawl Mantis in for now. That's gonna scale the damage of these guys anyway too, and we're gonna hope for a Joltail. Right now is only 60% chance, 67% chance to get a. Actually, well, I was gonna cancel and re-roll too, because that weight of that common is gonna get less and less and less, and we still want Joltail to be level 3. Okay, we going up against some shielders. This is one of the creatures, by the way, that benefits from using an item. Basically, they get 24 damage and shield as a level 1 every single time they use an item. So in the shop, when you use items, these things grow in power. All right, this is kind of a mismatched deal. They had 100 shock on them, so Guild Shell was doing some work right there. Everybody was, really. Okay, then you get some events throughout the course of the run. Right now, we can level up a monster. We can gain a meteorite that gives all of the creatures that have no abilities 20 damage, and that would be creatures like this. See how it just says Joltail would get it too, but see how Boomagon has on cast, this has on victory. Those are abilities, okay? And you don't get that with this, but we would get benefits to you and you. Yeah, you and you. I don't know if that's good enough. I think I'm gonna level up a monster, and I'm gonna level up Boomagon going up is very interesting though, but I think I'm gonna do Boomagon. Yeah. Let's do Boomagon. Boomagon's just gonna make our Joltail faster and faster. Now that he's level 2, it's 8% cooldown speed permanently instead, which is great. Let's use a fake coin to reroll. Dracana is also pretty good. Charge the ally to the left by 1 second. Dracana cannot receive charge. So if we put that in front of Boomagon, Boomagon is going to go off every 2.9 seconds, which is going to make Joltail even faster. This is a meta combo right here, guys, big time. I think that Velosect is good enough to keep in, and the Brawl Mantis, I mean, on victory we do gain stats, but I think it's better just to have him on the bench right now. Let's do our free reroll and see what we could get. Another Boomagon, very unlikely that I'm gonna need a level 3 Boomagon at any point. Although, it is kind of worth it if I would sell this, but I don't think I'm ready yet. 55% on commons, kind of rough here in order to get another Joltail. 2 more Dracanas, probably worth it, even more so than a Brawl Mantis. Yeah, let's do that. So let's get Dracana and can't do it. I gotta lock the Dracana here, and I think we still gonna be pretty good for this battle. The Guild Shell is racking up some value, so when we do sell it, we're gonna get some serious freaking cash. All right, yeah, see, Dracana, Boomagon. They're just waiting on I forget the name of it, but it's a Magmalith, I think, that gives burn to the creature above it. So this Lignite can get really, really big because it scales based on how much burn it gets. And that's what they're trying to do right now, is scale it to get it big. But check out Joltail right now. Joltail is already a 3-second cooldown, man. Very, very good. Okay. Level 2 Dracana. Now, Dracana's gonna charge him even faster. And let's see, your monster in the rightmost column have 20% cooldown speed. That's pretty dang good. I think we do that. That way your cooldown is even lower. Now, I think that this needs to go here because we want the cooldown from that trinket that we just got, this one, to affect something with the highest multicast possible, if that makes sense. I would, if I wouldn't be using this 3 setup right here, I would have this one in the right side too, but unfortunately we don't have that luxury. Okay, we get a free reroll here because of the coin, and unfortunately I didn't get anything that I need. Okay, another guild shell. I don't think I need that. Joltail level 3 is exactly what we want, baby. Okay. We get your trinket gift choices are 1 rarity higher. This is really good because like right now these are commons. So getting more uncommon, rare, epic, legendary trinkets are amazing, even up to mythic. Okay. Humboldt is interesting because of multicast, but we can't have 2 electric creatures, so it just is what it is. Nothing right here. Nothing right here. Brawl Mantis is interesting, even though I already gave him away. Tell you what, I'm just gonna go ahead and battle, and we're gonna kind of let this play out until my rarity of the shop changes, and I see a little bit more of a kind of a good setup here. Okay, they got some big scalers right here. We're gonna see how we do. These guys grow exponentially. They grow very, very fast, and this guy is very, very well. The cooldown's not really good on him yet, so that's the only thing that's saving us. A few more rounds and this guy would have been crazy good. All right, Boomagon speeding him up will essentially just scale him indefinitely. Okay, give the bottom right monster 5% cooldown speed. I think I just want to do that. Okay, you get more cooldown like that. We get a voucher, which could get the Blaze Wing. And even though is not good for, specifically for our build, if we got it, we could sell it, and we did not get it. But we did get an uncommon, so it cost us $5 to get 13. So yeah, could have been better, could have been worse. Cheruble's interesting because of protection, but we already have a level 3 Joltail. There is, this was exactly what I was thinking of. This Electronade will knock itself out on cast, but that Cherubble would actually stop it from knocking itself out. So they essentially have a much better score. They have 25 shock, which is pretty good. But yeah, nothing's gonna be Joltail right now for what we have. So I think it's fine. We're gonna try to get Velosect up again, too. None of these. None of these. Right now it's 40% chance to get an uncommon. I don't think we need level 3 Dracana. I don't. Level 2 is probably fine for what we want. And we are not... I'll tell you what. Plunderbird is actually a pretty good get as well. Plunderbird would give us some heal. It would give us multicast with the extended damage. I'll tell you what. Let's get rid of Guild Shell. We're gonna sell them for 90. We're gonna get Plunderbird. And we're gonna try to re-roll for... Are we going for Brawl Mantis too? I suppose it keeps popping up, and uncommons are still very, very common right now. We'll grab another Plunderbird. And not Dracana. Okay, another Plunderbird. This is pretty good. So now we're gonna get a lot of money from this guy too. Plus, okay, your bug monsters have 20% damage. That adds up because this guy's a bug and this guy's a bug. So, 20% damage on 2 creatures. When a water monster, wait, when a monster levels up 15% cooldown? Maybe that's actually better. Also, getting multicast on our Jolt Tail is very, very good too. If you only have one monster, give it +1 multicast permanently. I'm gonna get the Ancient Plume. Okay, we could take out all the creatures here and just put our Jolt Tail here. We would lose the round, but we would get multicast on it, which would be exponentially epic. We might end up doing that. Let me re-roll a couple more times. Okay, this is Point Break right here. We can get the Brawl Mantis, but we would have to give something up. I'm gonna lock this shop, and we're gonna go ahead and go to battle. And then next time, I'm gonna merge the Brawl Mantis, and then I'm gonna bench everything. I think the cooldown is probably good enough for Jolt Tail after this battle. Probably. This guy is one of the little water creatures that has evolved. There's an Emperor Ooze, and they're pretty strong, but my shock is stacking up, man. When this guy gets multicast, it'll be on. And I think that might take me home, y'all. Okay, so we have now 2-second cooldown. Very good for Jolt Tail. I'm being a little greedy here, but it's okay. All right, so this is even crazier. We can level up a monster here, and we can level up Jolt Tail to level 4, okay? This is gonna be kind of nuts, to be honest. Kind of nuts. I've never had a Jolt Tail so powerful before, but you can see now it does have multicast, okay, already, which is a very good head start. Very good head start. Your top middle monster has 20 damage. Sure, our top middle monster has 20 damage, so we would definitely want like something with high multicast on here, okay? Interestingly enough, I only need I need 2 more Velosex in order for it to be in order to get, let's see. In order to get, it's hard for me to explain. In order for me to get a level 3 Velisect, I need 2 more of these, and that's probably not gonna happen. What we need is an item, not a blue ticket. Ooh. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. The Sheldra is exactly what I want. This is gonna give exponential multicast to everybody. It's time to break this combo finally. I'm gonna take away the Plunderbird. Even though it's a level 2 and it's got some healing, Sheldra is gonna knock it out, okay? That's the Hydra that I was talking about earlier. And I probably don't need the bug either, but 180 by 2, granted, Velisect is actually better than Brawl Mantis at this point. Okay. But I think Brawl Mantis is good enough for that. And we're gonna get rid of the Boomagon and the Dracona here. Okay, and I know it's like, you crazy, Z? Listen, if we lock the shop right now, Sheldra will be available next time. I'm gonna put Jolt Tail here with a 2-second cooldown, and he's gonna get multicast because we have this. On battle start, if you have one monster, only one monster, give it +1 multicast permanently and destroy this. So we only need to do this one battle, and then this Jolt Tail will be multicast 3, which is gonna be insane, okay? So we'll probably lose this battle. Most definitely lose it. You never know. Sometimes it goes crazy. Sometimes the team that we're facing off against is kind of a ragtag group. But this one is gonna have like 66 burn. Yeah, like, look, all the damage we taken. But I ain't gonna lie. 3 multicast on this level of shock. Look, the shock. Already 540. Y'all, if we win this battle, that would be ignorant. We're gonna. We absolutely are going to. That's insane. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, now that should just be a testament to how strong we actually are. So, Jolt Tail's got multicast 3. Now, we're taking Sheldra, and we're gonna put Sheldra here. Now, Sheldra is gonna get 35 damage because we have that trinket that gives extra damage here. we're going to put everybody else in the right side. Do we have the one that, let's see. Yeah. Monsters in the rightmost column have 20% cooldown speed. So we want something with multicast on this side, okay? This has multicast 3, this has multicast 3. We're gonna put the multicast 2s here, and everything else should be great. Now we're gonna start re-rolling for multiples. Pearl is good because it gives our water monsters plus 10 heal. Okay. Then, let's see. Don't want Dirge Fin. Forma Queen is very interesting too with the Velosex and the Joltails. Alright, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. If I took Brawl Mantis out and added Forma Queen, I am getting a ridiculous cooldown here. Ridiculous. I think I'm gonna keep it. I don't know. Yeah, I'll keep Brawl Mantis at the top just in case. God, they really tempt. But I mean, he's not gonna get any more multicast here, is the thing. So it doesn't rightly give us the. He doesn't need to be there, is what I'm saying. Okay, Iron Core is also interesting because you can charge an adjacent electric ally by 1 second. Okay, if we had. I mean, this would add a lot of shock, but I don't think it does what we want it to do. I don't think it fully embraces that idea. Let's grab Forma Queen, and let's try to get one more Forma Queen. Clawnetic is also interesting. Whenever an ally inflicts shock, charge this by 1. Clawnetic is already 2.9 seconds, so basically, every 1.7 seconds, we would be getting some charge reduction on this guy. But no multicast and only one shocking creature, it's not enough. I'm afraid it's not enough for the build. But it can be very, very good. Okay, we are looking for Forma Queen, which is a rare, and we have a 38% chance to get rares right now. So I realize that I'm glazing over a bunch of different creatures that you've probably never seen before. Charge 1.2. Well, this is even better. 1.2 seconds brings this down to like point. Wow. It brings it down lower than a second. But then Dracana would probably kind of do the same thing. Yeah, it's only good for like multiples, I'll be perfectly honest, or if we boosted it. Okay, another Velosect we will add, and Forma Queen too. Okay, so right now 33% cooldown reduction. Okay, now that we do this, this goes to well, 33. Hold on, more monsters in the shop have 25 damage. Interesting. I think I'm gonna go with Speed Crest, and this speeds up the Sheldra and this Velosect even more. Okay, but now look, 67% cooldown rate. Yeah, it's gonna get nuts. Okay, we don't need a level 3 version of this, but I do want to try to get Velosect. One more Velosect would be awesome because I can put my Brawl Mantis back in. Got him. Got him, got him, got him. Now the Velosect has 4. When you buy an item, give it, we'll just put 5 damage on enemies. How about that? So Brawl Mantis goes in, and that's wonderful. And is there anything else that we want from common? I don't think so. Now we want the shop to shift towards super rare, so I'm gonna hold my money because we essentially want more Sheldras now. Everything else is looking good. We 7 of 10 wins. We only lost 2 hearts. We're on day 10, but the builds are starting to get really, really good. Like the competition. Yeah, you see, this is a good idea because this thing shocks a lot. So they're essentially doing what we're doing, except with shock and scaling on Iron Cores, but we still did great. They had 450 shock. So yeah, these creatures, this one gets a 50% cooldown speed and +2 shock for the battle. This one is basically charging up adjacent shock Yeah, everywhere. This one's given multicast to this. It gets pretty nuts. Okay, we are at 8 of 10 wins now, baby. 8 of 10. This is a pretty cool creature too. Allies to the left plus 100 shock. But remember, if we would add this to the lineup, it would reduce our ability. So right now we're getting 150 without having the creature. So why would we trade that for 100? You know what I'm saying? Dragon Arch is also cool. Activate on battle start abilities. So things that you would usually activate on battle start, which we don't have any right now, but a lot of those would kind of accelerate for that. Let's go with Tote Bag. Ooh, Battery Pack is nice. +1 shock. And Mystic Pearl is very nice too. Okay, we got some heal, we got some shock. That's good stuff. I need to see Sheldras. There's one more game. One more. Oh, baby. So now he has 4 multicast instead of 3. Your monsters have 15% cooldown. Your top middle monster has 30% cooldown speed. Sold. 1.4 seconds. Yeah. I could do this too. But that changes how this works out. Let's see, 1.7, well, 1.3, yeah, not worth it. Not worth it, unfortunately. But we can still give you the cooldown, and that's good. So you're still affecting, yeah. Top middle monster, oh no, we want it like this. We want it like this. Top middle monster gets the extra damage. Monsters in the right column do the most speed. Yeah, this is gonna work out great. Only 10 bucks left. Aster is kind of nice to work with Sheldra. And Plunderbird. Maybe we do lock this shop, but I don't think we'll need to, honestly. I don't think we'll need to. I think that we're going to be very, very formidable this turn. All right, these guys are heavy poison, heavy heal, but look at the shock. Look at the shock, baby. And Sheldra is just, it was at 8 multicast. And to put that in perspective, at 594, we were literally, if you don't even count any of the red numbers here, okay? We were doing 594, 8 times here, 4 times here, 3 times here, 2 times here, 3 times here, right? And it was scaling every turn. Plus, we were getting it for here at 1 time, and all the red numbers for every cast. And we have insane cooldown. Like, pretty hard to beat our team right now. But we are on battle 10, and that's where things get complicated. So, let's go Mystic Pearl. Unless I find a lot of Sheldras. Ooh. Okay. I don't think I could... See, this is on battle start. I think I sell you. And Forma Queen is not good enough here. Okay. Alright, that's it. I am going to trade... You do 3 at 65. You do heal a lot. I'm gonna trade Brawl Mantis for you. I know it might be a little controversial, but because I'm only getting value. Well, your cooldown is 5.2. Now your cooldown is... Well, it doesn't show 5.2. 4.3. I think I do trade you. I think I got enough value from you, buddy. And now we will re-roll just a couple more times here. Not Forma Queen. Just to try to get more Sheldras. There's one. We will lock just in case we lose this battle. And oh, these are strong. Look, you see this? You see this guy's attack power? He's gonna hit pretty hard, but I think we still scale. I think we still outscale him. Yeah, we're healing a lot. We're attacking a lot. We done it. We done it. So this guy, like I had mentioned, he has additional damage equal to 54 times the monster's burn, and this Magmalith is essentially giving him permanent burn every time it casts. So over time, this guy's getting a lot of burn. Then we have Blixie, which is giving a fire ally to the left the monster's burn for the battle. So essentially, he would have been better off right there, I believe, positioned. Yeah. And it's opposite because they're facing the same way, but opposite. Yeah, you get it. But anyway, this was a great battle, man. This was a fun round. And y'all, like I said, Batomon Showdown, it's improved so much. And look your boy do at Silver 1, man. I was feeling disgusted the other day because I had lost so many points of rank. I had some very, very bad battles consecutively, but it's really, really good now, man. It's a fun game. If you like games like this, like Auto Battlers, Super Auto Pets, if you like Pokemon, the themed games too, even though this isn't licensed Pokemon, it's just monster battles, but it's very, very good, man. So yeah, Batomon Showdown, you guys, you can go download the demo for yourself and wishlist it. It's available on Steam. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give me some dap on that like button, and you can subscribe to the channel for more daily videos. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Ultimate signing off, and we'll see you next time.